night. I hope you're ready for some crafty shenanigans. I'm Shannon Smith, and I am so excited to play with you today. Today I am going to feature this month's die of the month, and it is called Fall Favorites. I hope I put that right in the title description. Did I say the die of the month, or did I say stamp of the month?
You said die.
Well, that's good. Glad to know I wasn't too crazy, because I wouldn't put it past me. How is everyone doing on this fine Friday night? I'm just setting up the tablet so I can make sure I'm in the right spot. And this card is really going to be pretty quick coming together. It's pretty simple, but I think it's really cute. Hi, Beverly. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us tonight. So I was just saying we're going to play with our Fall Favorites cutting die today. And it looks like I might have the, hopefully the camera is going to be the right direction, but I can't promise that. I might have it backwards. Hi, Candy. How are you? I'm going to go ahead and, are you ready for me to switch the camera view, hun? All right, I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera view. Bear with me for 1 sec. Did we decide that it's towards the door?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I have it right. Make sure it's kind of straight. Looks like we've got it. Okay. So we're going to use the Fall Favorites. We're also going to use the Fall Florals paper. And the one that we're using, you can see right here. I've kind of got a little preview there. If you haven't seen this paper pad, I am telling you what, this is so cute. And this pad can be found you can buy it separate, but it's also in the inspiration box for September. But look at all of these adorable papers. This is the one we're using. I've already used that one. I'm like going through this pad because it is so cute. I may just have to purchase another one. And then I actually just purchased,
Donna's just watching the big screen while he's sleeping.
Oh, hi, Donna. Woohoo! So I purchased the Spellbinders. This is called Essential Arches. And so you've got all of these nesting arches, and we're using these 3 sizes. So you can kind of see where they were in the packaging. Looks like the 3rd and 4th in, and then like the 6th from the inside.
Candy said she's glad it's Friday night.
Candy, I'm glad too. So let's get started. We are going to start out with our card panel. We've got our card base. We'll just set it aside, but I used one of our wonderful pre-scored, pre-cut A2 cards. And I love these. Candy, it's really handy. I didn't mean to rhyme that, but I have a few ideas I want to do with this. It's really fun. All right, and it's nice to have something different. I think we just get used to squares and circles and rectangles, and so it's nice to have something a little bit different. So let me just tell you this is my ugly bucket. That's what I lovingly refer to it as. I'm going to take some Simon Hurley Weeping Willow re-inker, and I'm just going to flick some splatter onto our card. So let's see, I just want to make sure I can see what you can see. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that on my glass mat, and I have way more there than I will need. And then I've just got a little paintbrush, and I'm just literally going to flick some spatter on there.
Candy said she's watching the replay. Dinner's ready. Have a good night.
Have a good night. Thanks for joining. And you can decide, if you decide you want to do this.
Says hi.
Who did?
Mary.
Hi, Mary. All right, so I think that will cover it. I wanted to make sure I got kind of close to the edges because a lot of this will be covered up. So I'm just going to set my brush aside where I won't touch it a million times. And, well, maybe. And then let me go ahead and clean up our wheat inker a little bit, or I know that I will put everything in it because that's just how I operate. Who does?
Mary.
Mary, aren't they neat? I like the arches too. Okay, so this is probably almost dry, but we'll just take it out of there for now. Get that ugly bucket out of here. I use it all the time though. It serves me well. Okay, so let's do the arches next. At least the first two. So let's do, I think we'll just use glue for that. So look, we've got two sides that we can choose from. They're both really cute, but we're gonna use this one today. And I should slow down a little bit. I'm talking really fast, but this card should come together pretty fast. What was that, Darren?
I'm putting up links.
Darren, thank you very much for moderating, as always. And also, Darren is putting up, the link that he'll put up will link you to everything that I use that you can buy on Brutus Monroe. Okay, so we've got that down. Now on this one, I don't think I'm going to center it. I'm going to put it up just a little bit higher than the center. Not much higher, but just a little bit higher. I think we'll put it just about right there. That should work. Just want to make sure it's straight. Okay, so now we can start assembling some other parts of our card. Just want to make sure this is pretty well, I think it's dry enough. We could actually probably go ahead and put this on to our card panel. And that'll just make fewer things for us to have to worry about. Oh, you know, well, it's too late now. I've got the glue on it. It's going on. But I think I won't put it on the card base just in case we want to put some ribbon on there, which, you know me, we probably want to put some ribbon on there. Okay. So now we can start playing with the other pieces from the ones from our die set. So this die set is really cute. It has pumpkin, thanks, sentiment. It's got these cute little sunflower seeds, which I think would be dang adorable in a shaker. So I need to make a shaker before the month is out. Or whenever, but I do want to make one before the month is out. And then you've got your cute sunflowers. You've got the side view one and you've got the bigger one. And I have to tell you that I really love this little squiggle. And one thing I thought was kind of fun was if you look at it, can you see it if I put it right there? It looks like an S. I thought that was kind of fun. So we will just start assembling our pieces. So the orange in this pattern paper isn't like a really yellow orange.
Don't ask where the pumpkin die is from.
This pumpkin die is from the die set of the month. This is the Fall Favorites die. And so that is where I'm getting that. So I used a more, it almost has like a coral feel to it, which is kind of fun. Make it a little less traditional, a little less like everybody else's, right? So I was lucky enough that I did have a piece of cardstock in my stash that I thought looked really good with that. So, kind of fun.
Donna says she loves that set.
Donna, I love it too. It's really versatile. And this card, when you see how fast this card comes together, I'm telling you, it's just one of those that's just easy to use and you can get a lot of wow for just without having it be really hard to do. Does that make sense? Okay, so we've got our pumpkin. It's kind of the star of the show. And then let's put, I'm not going to glue that down yet. I think what we'll do first is we'll put our sentiment on. So we are going to go ahead and get that glued on there. What's everybody doing this weekend? Anything fun? I am going to be doing a lot of creating for some upcoming fun things that you will see. And that's about all I better say about that. Oh, and speaking of which, I do have to apologize because lo and behold, last week, I gave y'all a sneak peek without even meaning to. I didn't realize that the stencils that I had said I was going to use haven't released yet. So if you caught last week's live, you got a sneak peek. I'm usually more on top of things than that, but
Donna said they're going to the farmer's stand tomorrow morning.
oh, that sounds fun, Donna. Going to the farmer's stand. I love that. That's just such a fall thing, right? It's just one of those fun fall bucket list items, I think. I think I need to.
Says hi,
Hi, Tina.
Gina.
Gina. Hi, Tina, Gina. You know, I love you both. Hi, Gina. Yeah, I think for one of my fall bucket list things I'm going to do, I think I'm going to make some pumpkin chocolate chip cookies
Beverly
because
said she loves the dies of the month because I love building embellishments.
Beverly, I love the dies of the month too. And yes, the embellishments are so much fun. Do you make a lot of like card candy? I haven't ever done a card candy swap, but I think it would be fun sometime. If you're not familiar with what card candy is, it's just making a bunch of embellishments and not actually putting them on a card, just making them and trading them to other people. So we've got, I used 2 different colors of, I'm just crafting away. I'm just enjoying visiting. I used 2 shades of yellow just to give our sunflower a little bit more depth. And I was just kind of debating on whether I want to put the darker one in the front on the second one. Let me look and see what I think. Because it's going to go behind. I don't know that it really makes a huge difference.
I do the same.
Do it the same?
Yeah.
All right. You win.
That's me though.
I actually like that better too.
Okay, they won't tell Michael.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Mary. I did tell Christopher. I fessed up and I was embarrassed and he was really nice about it. I'm glad I, didn't get fired or something.
Beverly said she hasn't done one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't done one either, Beverly, but I think it sounds like something that would be fun. Sounds like something that would be right up your alley too if you love the embellishments. Okay, I love this little piece. Isn't that fun? And how fun would this just be on a card, just done in like rainbow colors all over the place for just a little pattern? I am kind of loving that. It also reminds me of pumpkin chocolate chip cookies right now because that's what's on my mind.
Beverly said where she lives, she doesn't know anybody who die cuts.
Oh, Beverly. Well, you could do them.
Card candy swap sounds like a lot of fun.
You can do them through the mail, and that would be fun. But yeah, I know I'm still trying to find some crafty buddies. I have one really cute friend here that I can do some crafting with, but getting our schedules together is another story. Our kids, hi Ray, if you happen to see this, our kids love to hang out together. What was that?
Beverly said to curl the petals.
Curl the petals. I just might have to do that. Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to give them a little more dimension, but I think I'm going to put the centers on first. Make sure that those are nice and secure. And we'll just use some of these foam.
Beverly said she'd love to find a crafty friend too.
Well, I wish you lived near me, Beverly. And I keep hoping that maybe some of the local stores will start doing some classes again, but with the pandemic, a lot of them stopped and haven't really resumed yet. So I keep watching though. I even thought, heck, I'd be happy to go and teach one, but I'll have to try again. So I'm just lifting them more than curling them this time because the petals aren't super long. I do think I'm going to stand the pumpkin up a little bit so we can get just a little bit more dimension, because I want that to stand out a little bit from the sunflowers. So I've noticed that these ones are thermowebs squares, and they're just a little taller than the BrutusMonroe foam dots. This is what theirs are like, which I like having both because that way I get more variety in the depth. So let's see if we can place this on here. There is one other thing I want to do before I do either of those, and I'm pretty excited that I remembered before because I have a tendency to remember after I do something. So we're going to go ahead and put the ribbon on now. And I think we will tie it. We can always mess with it, but I think we'll tie it on this side. We've got the two. Let's kind of play with this for a second so we kind of have an idea. We'll have to see if we can arrange our sunflowers around it so that the bow peeks through. Okay, I think we've got that. Let's see. Well, I obviously need to trim it up a little bit, but I think the bow's about the size I want it to be. Oh, flipping stuff all over the place. My cup is just a little bit full, so I have to clean it out a little bit so that every time I get something out, it doesn't flip 3 things out. You know what I'm saying?
Beverly said you think every manufacturer makes them different thickness.
I think so too, Beverly, which is great because then it gives us more options, right? Okay, I think that's about where we want that. Maybe a little tiny bit lower. We need room for our sunflowers both to fit on there. I think we can make that work. Okay, so this one, I think I'll just use glue dots on the bottom one. If I can find them. There they are. Okay. I think we'll put 2 on there just to be, because it's such a big spot. And since I just have the little ones, I don't even buy the big ones that often. I usually just use the little ones, so. Don't want to cover up our sentiments, so there we go. Now we can kind of poke up a little bit the petals, and then we can get our next one on, which I think I will use foam for this one. So what's on everybody's fall bucket list? What are some of the things you love to do in the fall? Oh, Mary, you are so kind. Thank you. I do love me some flowers, that's for sure. But look how easy that came together too. It was just fast and easy. And we're gonna do a few more little things to it. We gotta use our little vines.
Mary said they're hosting a fish fry next weekend.
Oh, Mary, that sounds like so much fun. I want to go to a fish fry. That sounds like a lot of fun. What kind of fish are you frying? So I glued here and here just so that it had a little bit more on the pumpkin since this part's just kind of hanging out. And then I was going to put one down here, but now that I've kind of shifted everything from my original idea, so I think I might put a vine up here.
Walleye.
I would. I think that sounds like fun.
They're cooking walleye fish.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Donna Farrell wants to take walks in the woods, drive in the countryside with hot trees, sweatshirts, and the smell of fall in the air.
Oh, that sounds nice, Donna. Donna, my grandparents, and one of the traditions that we had as a family was my grandparents and my mom, and I always went to, would drive up to the canyon and check out all of the beautiful colors in the trees, all of the changing leaves. My grandmother was actually a talented painter. And so I know that she said that she thought it was so sad that people didn't realize how many shades of green there are in the world. And she had that kind of an eye where she would see things. And so seeing all of that autumn splendor was right in her happy place. Okay. I told you this was going to come together fast. I didn't expect it to come together this fast.
Beverly said they used to go to the pumpkin patch with grandkids, but now the youngest ones are in Colorado.
Oh, Beverly. That's a little harder, I think. I hate it when we don't have littles around. I'm kind of adjusting to that. My little is turning 14 this year, and my other little is turning 20. My little, he's turning 24 next week. So the next time we have littles around, I guess will be when he settles down and has kids. So yeah, I miss having the littles. All right.
Donna said she missed fall when she lives in Arizona.
You know what, Donna? I did too. We don't have, I don't live close to the mountains here in Texas. So I do miss that. But I definitely am a lot closer to having fall here than I was in Arizona. All right, so let's do some foam.
Michelle says hi.
Hi, Michelle. How are you doing?
Gina said she could send you lilies for a few weeks. LOL.
Oh my gosh, I would love it. I might not send her back though. Lily would be a pleasure to have. And you might not want her back if I had her too long, because I think I might spoil her too rotten. Oh, I forgot to attach that leaf. Well, we'll attach it after we get this on our card base. I get so busy arranging things, I don't always tack them down. Okay, so ooh, that stuck right down. So I hope that we're close because there isn't a lot of wiggle room. There we go. Oh my gosh, I would love that. That would be fun. Ah. Benji used to like to craft with me, but he's kind of busy doing his own thing now. His big thing right now is tennis. He just started playing tennis this year and he's really enjoying that. So, well, let's do a glue dot on this guy because this guy is not going where I want it to. And frankly, I kind of want to move it if I need to.
Donna said this is a gorgeous card.
Oh, thanks, Donna. And a simple card. That's my favorite part about it is it looks harder than it was. You saw how simple it was to put together. All right, so I think that it needs a couple of enamel dots. Are they the same yellow? No, that one's a little duller. Let's use the little bit more dull yellow. I don't think it needs much, but I think, let's do it down here. Maybe like that. All right. Look how simple that was. And we did a card in a half hour. I feel like I wish I would have prepared another one. I would have tried to do two, but I don't have another one prepared.
College tennis scholarship.
Who did?
Gina.
Said that who did?
Needs to start a college tennis scholarship.
I still didn't hear you.
Gina's niece just started a college tennis scholarship.
Okay, Gina's niece just started a college tennis course, right? Did I get that right?
Yes.
That's very cool, Gina. Sorry it took me 3 times to hear it.
Hi.
Who did?
Robin.
Hi, Robin. How are you? Well, I hate to say this, but I think that we're already done. I had so much fun. I expected it to take longer. Does anybody have any questions or anybody have anything they want to talk about? If you haven't seen it, I can show you really quick some of the other items from the month. I don't have all of them handy, but this is the wood stencil.
Show the people who showed up what you used.
Oh, the people who just showed up. Okay, so I used the Fall Favorites cutting die. I used the Spellbinders Essential Arches. Hi, Donna C. And I used the Fall Florals paper pad. And that's pretty much the gist of that. I was trying to think if there was anything else. I was going to show you something else. Oh, I can show you I wanted to show you the wood. So this is made with the wood stencil. And then these are actually, this is the card I put up today. These are from the inspiration box from the card panels. And I just cut them out and then I used the Fabulous Florals to just add a couple more leaves. So lots of beautiful fall products on the Brutus Monroe site right now. So definitely check those out. Well, I guess that's it. Let me go ahead and flip my camera view. Oh, I missed the stand altogether. All right, thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I hope that you had fun. I hope that you were maybe inspired to create something for fall, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I will see you next week with something new. Bye.